G'day, Jackednnerdy Fans. Jeremy here with a review, a non-spoiler review of Top Gun Maverick. Now, before I get into that review, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. That way you get notified every time I post a new video, so you never miss out. Also, if you're wanting to check out more content, feel free to head over to my Instagram at Jackednnerdy. We've got lots more content going on there every couple of days. As always, give this video a thumbs up and hit us up in the comments below if there's anything coming out over the next couple of months that you're really, really keen on seeing me do a review of. Now, with that out of the way, Top Gun Maverick. I went to a late night screening last night, didn't get home till about midnight. If you've checked out my out of the cinema reaction, my adrenaline was pumping at the end of this. My body temperature had gone up several degrees. I was hot, I was clammy, I was sweaty. Just the amount of adrenaline that you have coming out of this movie is phenomenal. From start to finish, you're engaged, and you're 100% on board. It's a wild ride. If you're a fan of the original Top Gun, which I most definitely am, being a child of the 80s, you won't be disappointed with this movie. If anything, I would say this is a textbook example how studios should be doing these sequels. I know there's a big trend going on in Hollywood at the moment with them trying to revive old properties from the 80s, 90s, and doing like sequels of those stories, set 20, 30 years, on. Most of them have failed miserably. There's only a handful of movies, in my opinion, that have succeeded in this. One of which being the latest Ghostbusters movie, and Bill and Ted Face the Music. However, this supersedes all of them. And I'm a big Ghostbusters fan. But they did well with Ghostbusters Afterlife. However, Top Gun Maverick just took it all the way. This should be a textbook example of how these films should be made. So, obviously, as most of you will know, so this movie takes place 30 years after the original. Tom Cruise's Maverick is obviously still in the Navy, still flying planes, and what have you. Look, non-spoiler review, so I don't want to give away too much, but no joke, the story is engaging, you're 100% with it. I don't know if you may or may not have seen online, they've been doing a lot of featurettes about how they had all of the actors actually get into the fighter planes, and they had special camera setups in the cockpits that had never been done before to capture all of the visuals and what have you. I saw these featurettes, and while it was interesting, I'm like, yeah, okay. I didn't give it too much thought, but no joke, you notice it in this movie. Some of the shots that they got are absolutely phenomenal. You can tell it's the actors in the seats in the planes doing it, which I think is far better than having them on a sound stage with a green screen and what have you. So they did a fantastic job with the visuals, getting those shots, and what have you. So, story-wise, fantastic. There is obviously, with all of these movies, the love interest, and the kind of the love storyline. Personally, I probably could have done without that. They could have cut all of that out and just purely have it based on the piloting, the planes, and all of that, and it would have been just as good a film. However, the love story element was believable. It was, it was amusing. There was some really great jokes and a bit of comedic relief to cut the tension in between scenes. So look, all in all, I mean, I wouldn't, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't distracting. It didn't take you out of the movie, which quite often you'll find, with these action movies, when the love element comes in or the love story comes in, it just completely takes you out of the movie and what have you. However, it worked. However, like I said, wasn't 100% necessary. But hey, look, Jennifer Connelly is beautiful and talented, and she did a fantastic job. And it was believable. The chemistry between her and Tom Cruise was great. The rest of the story, again, all very believable. I found it interesting. So look, again, no spoilers or what have you, but based on the trailers and things like that, there is this mission that they're going on, but I found it very, very interesting throughout the entire movie. They never mention what country this mission is in, or where they're going or what have you. So it's just a completely nondescript, non-disclosed country, which is very, very interesting. So just a little tidbit there. So going back to the visuals and everything. So that's the story side of things. Very, very good. Very well scripted. Great story. I wouldn't have changed anything really, except the possibility of, as I said, you could have removed the love story element out of it and it wouldn't have impacted the story at all. Again, the visuals, so all the cinematography, the shots, the cockpit views, all of that was fantastic. Could not fault it at all. And no joke, like just the action sequences, the dog fighting, there's never been anything like it, and I doubt there will ever be anything like this again. Thinking back to the original movie, the original movie is what got me interested in fighter planes and planes in general. I loved all the dogfighting and everything in the first one. This one takes it to a whole nother level, and no joke, like it needs to be seen. It needs to be seen. So words just won't describe how good it is. Now the cast, the acting and the cast and everything. There was not a single actor or actress in this movie who didn't deserve to be there. They were all phenomenal across the board. Of course, you've got your veterans like Tom Cruise, Jennifer Connelly. Spoiler alert, Val Kilmer makes an appearance, but you probably already kind of got that from the trailers. You've got your veteran cast who all did a fantastic job, and you can never, fault them. Monica Barbaro, I hope I didn't butcher her name. Monica Barbaro, she was fantastic, really believable, gorgeous as all hell. Glenn Powell, who's kind of a bit of an antagonist, antagonist, protagonist, whichever way you want to look at it. He did a fantastic job as the kind of the asshole pilot, cocky, that everyone hates. Fantastic job, couldn't fault him at all. He was very believable in that. I want to give a very, very big shout out to Miles Teller. I think he is a very underrated actor in Hollywood. It doesn't help that he's been in some absolute horrendous movies. But again, not his fault. The movie, his acting in those movies was great. It was just the movies themselves that weren't that fantastic. But no joke, Miles Teller in this movie, he is in shape. He's in incredible shape. His performance was on point. Just his appearance, you believe 100% that he is this guy. He is the son of one of the characters out of the original. You can probably assume which one that is. I won't say anything, but especially if you've avoided trailers and things like that. But he is the son of one of the characters from the original movie, and you believe that he is the son of that character. He has embodied the elements of that. So, he was fantastic in this movie, hands down. Could not fault him at all, and I look forward to seeing more of his work going into the future. So I mean, that's just a few of the cast members. There were lots more in there, and they all did fantastic jobs. But obviously, those are just the main ones that I wanted to point out. So that being said, so as I said, this is a non-spoiler review. I don't want to start getting into it. But no joke, from start to finish, I enjoyed this movie thoroughly. I really want to watch it again. Please do yourself a favor and go and see it on the big screen. Just having a big, massive screen in front of you, the surround sound, the speakers, the audio is absolutely fantastic. It is definitely worth watching in the cinema on the big screen. I don't think I will get a chance to go and see it again on the big screen, but I will definitely be watching it again at home as soon as it comes out. I could probably, just like the original Top Gun, you could watch this movie again and again and again, and it wouldn't get old. It is fantastic, and the audio, like the music, the scoring, no joke, so the scoring of the original movie is so iconic. As soon as you hear that bell sound, that dong, at the beginning of that movie, you know that it's Top Gun. They kept that original sound. They may have tweaked it and modernized it a little bit, gave it a bit of more of a modern edge, but thank God they kept that original opening score with this film. That way it's a Top Gun film. Because as soon as the movie started and you hear that noise, you get goosebumps. The adrenaline starts going. You get excited, and of course, Danger Zone plays. Right at the opening as well, just like the original, and it just gets you so amped up for what's to come. And they really did a good job with the scoring and the music for this movie, because it just gets you in the mood, gets your blood pumping, gets you ready for all of the action that's about to come. So look, from top to bottom, left to right, in and out, the whole experience was absolutely amazing. I found it so hard to get to sleep last night. Like I said, I got home just before midnight, and no joke, it took me over an hour to settle down and to get to sleep, because the adrenaline was pumping, the mind was racing. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. So do yourself a favor, get out to the cinemas, go check out Top Gun Maverick. You will not be disappointed. If you do, Put your thoughts down in the comments section. Let me know what you thought of this movie. I'd be really interested to know if other people feel the same way I do. I think there will be a lot of you because from all the reports I've been hearing from the Paris Film Festival and other screenings that they've done on this movie, especially around the critic community and the film community and everything, I've been hearing reports of standing ovations lasting 5-10 minutes at the end of this movie. Obviously, there was no standing ovation in my screening because it's just the public, but I can understand why it got such a response in the in those circles. But again, let me know what your thoughts are of this movie. Hit me up in the comments box below. I do read all the comments and I will respond. Also, again, if there's any other movies coming out over the next couple of months that you really are interested in or want to see me do a review of, let me know, and I'll take that on board and I'll do my best to get to them and do a review video for you guys. Also, check out some of my unboxing videos. They're all out there as well. Again, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.